Conor, first of all, back home in Belfast, just signed a deal. Must be great news for yourself.
Oh, it's brilliant news, mate. I'm delighted to be back in Belfast and working with the best in the business, Mark Dunlop.
Mark Dunlop, he's done a great job with like James Tennyson and Tommy McCarthy, Paul Highland. You're hoping he can get you the same sort of exposures, the same sort of fights?
Mate, definitely. All I can ask from a manager is to get me the opportunities, and then I have to put in the hard work and get the results myself. And it's clear that Mark can get them opportunities as long as I'm working hard in the gym with Dee and with Peter, and I'm putting in my bit. I know that he'll definitely get me to the top level.
You've had 2 fights so far as a professional. What have you learnt in those 2 fights?
Mate, I learned a lot. Even my whole time in Brisbane, Australia, I was there for a year, and although I only had 2 fights, I was constantly training and sparring. So within the fights and within the whole experience, I feel like I just came on as a professional fighter. You know, obviously I've done well as an amateur, but it's a professional game now, and that year over there just got me right to where I need to be. Like, you know.
Mark says you're going to have your first fight with him basically in March time in the Stormont in Belfast. What are your plans for 2021?
2021, mate, I just want to get fighting as much as possible. I'll just listen to whatever Mark tells me. I have full trust in him 100%, so whatever he wants me to do, I'll do, and hopefully at the end of the year it's been a successful year and I've racked up a few wins and some more experience.
You're going to fight at Flyweight. It's a good division in Britain at the minute. It'd be good to be mixed with those boys sooner rather than later.
Certainly, that's exactly what I want to be doing. You know, I want to get a few fights now, get settled in. I've only started working with Dee Walsh, so get to know Dee and he'll get to know me, and then at the end of the year I want to start pushing on then and get right up in the mix with the top boys.
You see guys like Carl Frampton, Mick Conlan, etc. doing well. Is that your aim to push up to that kind of level?
Certainly, 100%. You look at Carl and Mick, they're just role models for every young boxer in Ireland or every young boxer around the world. But to be so close to them and to see them train and to see them fight all the time, you know, it just pushes everyone on. And I've been training with Mick for a while now. He was actually in the Clonners boxing club for a bit of his end of his amateur career, really. So I've seen up close and personal the work he puts in and the results he gets, and that's exactly what I want to do.
You said you were at Clonners. Is it good schooling there for you?
Brilliant schooling. I was there from I was 6 years old, and everything I wanted to do as an amateur, Clonners give me the opportunity to do so. You know, they were giving me the right training, the right fights, and everything was just in place. And it's a family to me. It's more than just a boxing club. You'll see there Peter's here today, and he'll always be involved. He'll always be part of my team, no matter what.
You've a glittering career as an amateur. You'll be hoping to carry that through into the professional ranks.
Certainly, that's it. I had a good amateur career, but I know myself now, you know, the amateurs mean nothing in the pro ranks, but I've had a taste of what the success can be, so I just want to keep working hard and I want to generate that success into the professional ranks.
A lot of people maybe not have seen you boxing. What can fight fans expect to see from yourself?
Well, what I would like to think of myself is a universal boxer, so I can box, I can fight, I can counter punch, but it's a professional game now, so I want to be boxing and impressing people with my boxing, but if there's an opportunity there to finish a fight, I'll certainly be taking it.
You've signed with Mark Dunlop. Is it a 3-fight deal? What sort of deal is it?
It's a 3-year deal, so, and in my head now I'll be with Mark for the rest of my career. You know, I know he's going to get me everything I want, you know, so I have no complaints whatsoever. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 3 years or 10 years. I know I'll be with him for a long, long time.
But it's nice to have a guy like that in Belfast as well. A guy who's taking James Tennyson already to a world title fight. He had a world title eliminator there at the weekend, and Tommy McCarthy and Highland's got a British title fight. So he gave those fights. It was a good place to be. Now Belfast have a guy like him here.
Oh, definitely. Like, well, that's what even in Australia I was like to myself, boxing in Belfast at the moment is the best it's ever been. So I felt like I was missing out anyway. Now that I'm back and I'm signed with the man who has all the fighters that are topping the bills, you know. So like next year, Tennyson, McCarthy and Highland, they'll be putting on their own show in the Odyssey. And then that's a good platform to me to get on. So that's what I want to be boxing.
And you're going to be trained by Dee. What do you know about him? You've worked with him before?
I've worked with Dee. I worked for him a bit before I went out to Australia, just a few sessions, but I've known him a long, long time. He's a family friend as well, and I always watched. Dee was one of the first professionals that I would have went to watch in the King's Hall and the Devonish, so to be trained by him and for him to be passing his knowledge on to me, it's brilliant. You know, I couldn't ask for any more than that.
Conor, super. Thank you very much, sir.
No worries, thank
well
you.
done.